Welcome. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Exclusive.
According to Peter Obi, he said he neither destroyed the mosque nor sent Hausa out of Anambra state. Peter Obi has defended himself from the question because of his campaign. The governor of Anambra state and the vice presidential candidate rather. So the Labour Party described as sheer fabrication, wicked and inhuman. The allegation being circulated by the opposition that he demolished, or rather from people, that he demolished a mosque when he was a governor of Anambra State. Snub the slogan and also snub everybody, and also Peter Obi has been accused by El-Rufai also that El-Rufai was detained in an hotel room, and Peter Obi said he wasn't aware. Now the question is, a mosque destroyed mosque. Why will he do so? He defended himself. Said he didn't. He didn't. He said according to the report said they said he drove outside or thereabout away from Anambra State and shunned the then Minister of Finance Dr. Shamsuddin Usman's attempt at mediation and did not visit school in the north. Well, that is another narrative. Well, let me go further. Responding to the questions being asked the North, Obi regretted that rather than some political allies focusing on resolving the plight of several millions of Nigerians without a livelihood, over 10 million of out of school children, and many more of unemployed youth. Now they are busy engaged in emitting hate speeches and spreading concocted falsehood in their desperation to be elected, or rather to be appointed into public offices, so that they will continue with or they will continue in impoverishing the country or the nation and the generality of the people. And now that is, Obi said, as a matter of fact, the mosque at Onisha was destroyed before I came as a governor. That's what Obi said. Describing the allegation that he snubbed the Sultan of Sokoto, now who was in the state, as ridiculous. Obi asserted that irresponsibility and disrespect for elders and leaders were not in his character. According to him, the irony of this concussion is that I have been a friend of eminence. I've been a friend of the northern people. I've been a friend of the northern leaders since way back, and I believe through my tenure, I will make sure Nigeria he is blessed. The fact is that the visits during which I was alleged that to have snubbed him was purely a courtesy call. After I can't snub whoever, and I can't, stop the Christians, not the Muslims, and I can't stop anyone from choosing whatever he believes. Anything you believe is what you believe, and no one has monopoly of power. And as it is, in an exclusive interview with the Sun newspaper, Alisoriki refuted the allegation. He said nothing like it had happened during Mr. Peter Obi's time or tenure as a governor. Mr. Obi, a former governor of the state of Anambra, is vying for the presidency and the position of president of Nigeria in the 2023 elections on the Labour Party's ticket. Mr. Obi, a former governor of Anambra, stands accused of burning a mosque that belonged to Muslims at one point. He denied the claim to Sun newspaper, saying, of course, it is not true for Peter Obi and the mosque matter. And he went on to say that relations between the previous governor and the Hausa community were positive. We had a good connection with him as governor. But this interview is not about him, the secretary said. There are some people making nasty comments on social media and also inciting hatred among Nigerians. One even said that the former governor, Mr. Peter Obi, who is now the Labour Party presidential candidate, once demolished a mosque. As a governor, is that true? And what is your advice in this regard for Mr. Obi or for Peter Obi and the mosque issue? Of course, that is not true. We had a good relationship with him as governor, but this interview is not about him. On a very good day, we shall address that. For fake news and hate speech, I advise people to avoid such, because it is just embarrassing. Wow, say it's just embarrassing. Seriki Arewa has responded to reports that Peter Obi destroyed a mosque in Onitsha, and he has responded by defending the truth, or defending the fabricated lie, and saying the truth about what he knows and the matter arising. Well, I said in response to the accusations, Alhaji Liasu Yushao, the leader of the Hausa community in Onitsha, claimed ignorance of the occurrence. Yes, and that means nothing happened as such. When Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State, nothing as such. Saying he destroyed mosques, send the Hausas away. I don't know where that narrative is coming from, but what I believe is that he would think he stand firm. He should stand firm, continue standing, because whether he falls or not, people would laugh and mock. Obi said, as a matter of fact, the mosque at Onitsha was destroyed before I became governor. And describing the allegation that he snubbed the Sultan of Sokoto, he snubbed everybody, he sent the Hausas away, who was in the state as ridiculous. Obi asserted that irresponsibility and disrespect for elders and leaders were not in his character. Well, I would say yes, Peter Obi have really said well, defending himself, and to God be the glory. Today, Obi is the presidential candidate to Labour Party. Let's see if a Labour Party can still emerge and come and rule us, because we had PDP, now APC, maybe tomorrow LP, Labour Party. That is what we want. Want a revolution, because Nigeria is under recession, and they don't want to say it. Because in less than 4 years, first time in the history of the country, that Nigeria will go on recession under democracy, 2 times in 4 years. For a country to recess twice in 4 years, that is so appalling. It's not advisable. Well, how many mosques has he visited? Nobody is complaining now that he's visiting everybody. But notwithstanding, Peter will be from antecedent, from people's antecedent, and from their testimony, they have been saying in Onitsha, as at then in Anambra State, when Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra, he did well. Now he did well, but he says he wants to go for presidency. But let's think of it. The Hausas, the Yoruba, or Niger that or Yoruba have done theirs. It's time for the Igbos. I'm not talking about Biafra. I'm not talking about racism or trying to make somebody get angry. No, the truth must be told. The truth is that it is the turn and the right time for the Igbos to emerge as the president. You understand? If need be, Buhari would have gladly chose Peter Obi ahead of any Northerner. But due to sentiment, due to what will my people say, what will this say, what will that say? Let's think about how people feel, not what people say. Feelings depends on how you admit it. Well, time may not permit us to go further. Thank you for listening.